Hello and welcome to Sports Rewind. I'm Marisa Silvis. They say chicks dig the long ball, so female Brewer fans, or all Milwaukee supporters for that matter, must be loving the start this team's had. Entering the day, the Crew ranked second in the majors with 19 home runs on the season. So how about some more on Easter Sunday in Cincinnati? Top of the third, scoreless, went on for Ryan Braun, and Brawny sends a two-run pop to right, his fourth on the year, 2-0 Beer Makers. Next batter, Travis Shaw, is from the Cincy area. It's also Shaw's birthday, so how does he celebrate? Well, by hitting a home run, of course. That gave Milwaukee a 3-run advantage. Top 7, now 3-2 Brewers. Not a lot of players seeing the ball better than Eric Thames. Thames belts his 5th long ball in this series. He becomes the first Brewer to hit 5 in a 4-game series ever. The Brewers win 4-2. They're 5-1 on this road trip, but they're staying humble.
Thank you, Bob. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just getting lucky. You know, I'm trying to swing at good pitches, and whether it's a base hit the middle or a ground ball out, like you never know. So I'm just trying to hit the ball hard, and after that, it's all in fate.
Eric's going to try to stay in Cincinnati, I think, but yeah, he's hit a great series. Wow. I mean, wow.
Definitely wow. Well, the Timber Rattlers had the day off, but last night they had their biggest offensive inning of the season so far. Gilbert Lara making some noise. His first home run of the year goes just inside the fair pole and left. The game at Cedar Rapids was shortened due to rain, but it's the T-Rats with the 6-0 shutout. Wisconsin's back in action tomorrow at Clinton. You can't say the Bucks stole Game 1 from Toronto. They won decisively on Saturday, and it was a big one. Milwaukee took their first Game 1 playoff win on the road since 1983. The Bucks made a statement north of the border. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the way with 28 points. The rookie Malcolm Brogdon added 16, and big man Greg Monroe came off the bench to add 14 points and 15 rebounds. Milwaukee's defense also played lights out, limiting the Raptors to just 32 points in the second half. Game 2 will be Tuesday in Toronto, and the team is pleased with where they're sitting.
I thought our defense was up to par to this evening by just playing hard. You know, we're a young team, and it starts with playing hard and trusting one another, and they did that this evening.
Anytime you win, it feels good. You know, especially against a good team. A playoff-tested team to come in here and get one feels good. I understand that we have a lot of work still ahead of us, but it definitely feels good to get a win in the playoffs at any moment.
You know, it's big for us, but you know, we got to focus for Game 2 right now. You know, they're going to be more desperate to get Game 2. And we just got to stay together, stay focused, and try to get Game 2.
Thursday night, former UW Green Bay star Maren Crocker realized her dream by getting drafted by the WNBA. Crocker was chosen in the 3rd round by the Washington Mystics with the 27th overall pick. She became just the 2nd Phoenix player to be drafted by a WNBA team. That's something Maren takes great pride in.
I think it's a surreal feeling, you know. I don't think it registered at first, but it's good to see a lot of people's hard work pay off, including my own. But it's a team accomplishment, it's a university accomplishment, and we're all really excited. It's humbling. There's a lot of great players that have come out of this program, players that I've looked up at and asked for help throughout my career here and sought advice. So to be mentioned with them is pretty amazing.
A big congrats to Maren. Well, coming up, you may think martial arts are only for able-bodied people. But one Northeast Wisconsin woman will break down barriers to show you that's not the case. Don't miss her story in 2 minutes. Welcome back. Well, obtaining a black belt is no easy task, and one Northeast Wisconsin athlete shows us that even in the face of obstacles, she was still able to get it done.
Pilsung! Hey! Hey! Yes, sir!
28-year-old Jen Ulrich recently accomplished something that's been years in the making.
I just knew I was going for a black belt. No one had a different choice.
But Jen's rewarding journey to attaining her black belt took a different road than most.
Being disabled, I've always been bullied. And I've always just taken it.
She's lived her whole life with cerebral palsy and spina bifida.
If I want something, I know I have to work for it and keep at it. I'm also able to be very patient.
Being in a wheelchair hasn't stopped her from breaking through barriers, and now she's breaking through boards.
This sport looks like for able-bodied only, but I'm able to show that no, there are ways to make it for everybody.
If there's one positive quality that I attribute to Jen, it is her work ethic, for sure. Once she realized that black belt was in reach, she doubled down.
In order to pass her testing, you may ask, how does she get around completing kicks?
I actually have to be able to teach someone how to do a kick, and that is like 10 times harder than actually throwing a kick.
It's a testament to how good she is as a student to be able to take that, internalize it, and then modify it as needed.
For them to finally find out I had to really work for it shocked people.
I could see in her eyes, somebody's gonna have to drag her out of here before she's gonna give up, and that's just the way she is.
Everything she's gone through made the moment she passed even sweeter.
I screamed and started crying.
It's those moments that when you teach that you live for. You know, you keep those close to your heart because those are your victories.
And there's no question, Jen's driven to continue to prove any doubters wrong.
If you have perseverance and determination, you can achieve whatever you want.
And Jen's actually inspired other people living with disabilities to take classes at Fusion Martial Arts as well. Such an inspiration to see others taking that initiative and taking a cue from Jen. Well, the final round at the PGA Heritage at Hilton Head, and the shot of the day courtesy of Peter Malnati on the par 3 17th, 180 yards to the cup, and watch this. It's going to roll all the way in for the hole-in-one. But it's Wesley Bryan, a PGA Tour rookie in his Easter pink, with the one-shot victory over Luke Donald. The 27-year-old became the first South Carolina native to win the Heritage in its 49-year history. Pretty amazing.
Stop the show, stop the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some bittersweet news because Marisa Silvas, she is moving on from us, and we are going to let her tell you that story in just a minute. But before that, we want to take a little run through some of the things Marisa's done while she's been here. So if we could just go ahead and roll that.
Oh boy. Welcome to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And on game day, the families do everything they can to make sure their T-Rats feel loved and supported. Who was your first celebrity crush, and what did you love about her so much?
Saved by the Bell, Kelly Kapowski. I don't even know her real name.
Barb finds many benefits through doing martial arts, but one thing she's very passionate about is self-defense. In just 2 days, Favre will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, becoming the 24th Packer to have his bust displayed in the gallery. And it's going to go right here on this shelf. And if you do make it into the playoffs, it'll be your first opportunity to play in a postseason. What would that mean to you? Donnie Anderson actually played for the Packers during the iconic Ice Bowl against the Cowboys. And when he was asked about the game on stage, he simply said he was cold. Jershali uses a great deal of care and attention to detail with each piece of furniture. That's the same way he approaches coaching. And of course, he relates furniture repair right back to the game of baseball. Jimmy Nelson will be on the mound for the Crew, and Johnny Cueto for the Giants. At Miller Park, Marisa Silvas, NBC 26.
Marisa, I'm going to miss you. Everybody here at the station's going to miss you. I'll let you talk to the people at home, but thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to miss you. I miss you already, Charlie. But Charlie's right. This is actually my final show at NBC 26. I've accepted a job at our sister station in Cleveland, Ohio, and I am so thrilled for this new opportunity. But it also closes out my time in this incredible state of Wisconsin. I've been here for the last 5.5 years, starting up in Rhinelander, then Madison, and now here in Green Bay. And I've really enjoyed the experience more than I can ever express. You've all always made me feel so welcome, and I will definitely hold my time here very close to my heart. It's been a privilege. Take care. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great week.